Did you watch the movie Interstellar and came out wondering how any of it was possible? It is mind-boggling to comprehend that 1 hour can pass by on one planet while 7 years pass by on Earth. My name is Norsha Fitra binti Ramani, matrix number 203183. The presentation will be continued by our second presenter, which is Siti Nur Amira binti Tumadi, matrix number 202265. And the third presenter is Muhammad Akmal Hazim bin Zaidi, matrix number 200543. For your information, I am from University Putra Malaysia, who study in Bachelor Physics. Same goes to my teammate. So we all are decided to share our interest, which is the topic of presentation today is included a lot of theory in physics. We believe that the topic of presentation today is to expose the biggest discovery in history of science. So the topic is Science of Interstellar. We would like to walk you through our main point, which are how gravity works, second, black hole, third, effect of gravity on time, and the last one is 5-dimension reality. So first, what is interstellar? At first glance, the answer seems easy. Inter means between, while stellar refers to the stars. So, interstellar space is the part of space that exists between stars, which also can be defined as a term that describes traveling through a space between the stars. How would we know when we arrive in interstellar space? Simple. Once you arrive in interstellar space, there will be an increase of cold particles around you. There will also be a magnetic field that does not originate from our sun. Then, we move to our first point, how gravity works. Albert Einstein, with his general theory of relativity, which postulates that gravity is not a force that propagates through space, but a feature of space-time itself. You must wondering, what is space-time, right? Space-time sounds like something from science fiction, but the idea of space and time being one has been around over 100 years. In our daily life, we experience space as being multi-dimensional, yet time only passes in one direction. For example, if you want to meet up with your friends, you arrange time and a place. Because if you just arrange a place, then you could be waiting for them for a quiet while, assuming you have not already missed them. But if you arrange a time, then you could be waiting for each other in completely different parts of the world. So from this example, it's quite easy to see the space without time just does not make sense. To overcome this, we define the universe as having 4 dimensions, 3 in space and 1 in time. So, analogy. When you take a particle which has mass and put it to space-time, then the particle actually distorts the geometry of space-time, which becomes not flat but curved. For example, as you can see on the slide, the moon is actually like a ball of rock out in space. The moon does not fall to Earth, but it orbits the Earth. But why is it orbiting? Einstein's concept stated that the matter curved space around it also determines how objects move around massive objects. So the moon orbits the Earth because space is curved around the Earth. Next, as you can see how space all around the object is bent toward it, not around it. This is 3-dimension grid give a better idea of what curved space-time might look like than the 2-dimension analogies do. So, the presentation will be continued to our second presenter, Siti Nur Amira binti Tumadi.
Next discovery that we are going to reveal is black hole. So, what is the black hole? A black hole is a place in space where gravity pulls so much that even light cannot escape. It is safe to say that black hole is one of the magnificent phenomena in the universe. Okay, black hole forms when the center of a very big star falls in upon itself or collapse. When this happens, it causes a supernova. A supernova is an exploding star that blasts part of the star into space, thus creating a hole in the space-time fabric. Black holes have mass that are more than 1 million suns together, and it is infinitely dense because the matter has been squeezed into a tiny space inside the part of the black hole, which we call the singularity. According to what Shada had explained just now, this explains why black hole has such a monstrous gravitational force. Theoretically, no man can survive if they happen to fall into a black hole. The black hole is invisible since light cannot escape from it. The only way to find the black hole is by observing the behavior of light around the event horizon. Inside the event horizon is where the physics goes crazy. Until now, no physicist could fully understand what happened inside the black hole. Alright, so next mind-blowing discovery is how black hole affects time. Before Albert Einstein, Isaac Newton said that time is absolute for everyone, means 1 second on Earth equivalents to 1 second in Jupiter. And this idea was accepted in physics for hundreds of years, until one day a mad young scientist, Albert Einstein, proved that Isaac Newton was wrong, and it shook the world of physics. Albert Einstein said that time is relative. In other words, the rate at which time passes depends on your frame of reference. One of the phenomena that could affect time is gravity. The effect is known as gravitational time dilation. Gravitational time dilation occurs because of what Shada had mentioned before. Heavy objects cause warping of space-time. The more space-time curve, the slower time itself proceeds. For example, in the Interstellar movie, the group of scientists travel to one planet that has tremendously strong gravity, which time on that planet is slow compared to Earth, which 1 hour in that planet equivalents to 7 years on Earth. So, the presentation will be continued by our next presenter, Muhammad Akmal Hazim.
Okay, so let's get to the next discovery, which is the 5-dimension reality, or in other words, a higher dimension. In movie Interstellar, there was a scene where the main character falls into a black hole. Then, what he found after travel into the black hole is the tesseract, which is where the main character can see his past, his present, and also his future. Sounds mind-boggling, right? Right, let me explain. First, you must understand what dimension is. In physics, dimension is meant by any physical measurement such as length, time, mass, etc. Here you can see one dimension only have one length. 2 dimension have length and width, and 3 dimension have length, width, and depth. I believe everyone aware that we live in 3-dimensional world. Actually, no. The correct answer is we live in 4 dimensions universe, which is 3 dimension of space and 1 dimension of time. I believe Shada had mentioned this fact in her point. We are the 3-dimensional creature, so we don't have any problem to fully access our 3-dimensional space. But time is the 4th dimension, so we cannot access time like how we access our space. We are the prisoner of the present. We cannot access our past and also our future, but not in higher dimension. Let me explain what higher dimension is. We live in four-dimensional reality. Any reality that have more than 4 dimensions is counted as higher dimension to us. In higher dimension, we could access time the same way we access our 3-dimensional space. Means we can see our past, we can see our present, and also we can see our future. Let me explain an example. This is a comic strip. Okay, I want you guys to stay with me. The comic is a 2-dimensional world. We are the 3-dimensional creature. So, to the comic world, we are the higher dimensional creature. That's why we could access the comic timeline. We could see the future if we flipping to the ending page, and we could see the past by flipping to the introduction page. The same concept of how higher dimensional creature could access our past, our present, and also our future. Alright, I believe we are done with blowing your guys' mind. We have come to the end of our presentation. Alright guys, in conclusion, these laws and theories give a significant impact to the science world, especially our understanding of the universe. Now, we could explain a lot of things that we could not understand before. The lady and gentlemen here are the scientists that start the modern era of science. But this puzzle is still a long way to complete. This is just a beginning. All these bombastic theories are still not yet fully understood and highly debated by physicists around the world. Okay guys, we are physics students. We are the future of physics. There are still shelf of Nobel Award waiting for every young physicist that could prove or improvise to a better theory which would change the understanding of our universe. Maybe one of us could be the one. Well, study well. That's all from us. Thank you.